Oh, so we're gonna jump right in it, huh? That's what we're doing.
That's what we're doing.
All right. Well, first, welcome everybody. Good to see everybody. We're about to do this podcast one last time for the 2021 calendar year. And we're gonna go around and introduce the panel. And I'm gonna ask y'all if y'all could just keep y'all mics on silent, and then we're gonna open it up later for a bigger conversation. But right now, I just want to highlight our panelists. So we're gonna start with our beloved sister, the first lady of this group first. So I'm gonna toss it over to the Quiet Storm. Where you from and represent your set?
Thanks, Los. I'm Christina, aka Quiet Storm, from LA, living in the Bay.
Who next?
West. Y'all, it's the big homie, Alvin Eddington Jr. Y'all know where I stay. It's no better place to stay than LA. But I love the Bay, and I even I ain't gonna say I love Ohio. It's too cold. But I'm looking forward to this discussion tonight. And that's it. West.
What's good, everybody? Vince Ford, aka King Pushback, straight out of Dallas, Texas, living in OHIO, the home of the Buckeyes. Great place to visit, wonderful place to live.
Let me clear up a couple of rumors. It's a great place to live in the summertime. You got to put that disclaimer out there. And also, the Lakers are 2 games under 500. My name is Jonathan Leonard, aka Teflon John.
Somebody beat this guy.
I'm from the great state of Florida, specifically. Myself and T-Pain are from the same city. We run a city together when I was there. Now I live in H-Town, Texas. And I am very happy to be here.
You on mute, Los?
You on mute, big dog.
Slipping already. That leaves last but not least, man, your friendly neighborhood moderator, man. It's your boy Los, coming live and direct from Northern California, the Bay Area. And I'm gonna be your friendly moderator tonight. So I'm just gonna ask a bunch of questions, get us talking. I'm gonna stir the pot a little bit, and we're gonna have a good time this last Thursday of 2021. And we're just gonna be talking about holidays, man. So how y'all feeling? First.
How we feeling? How I'm feeling? Man, I'm waiting for these COVID results. My second test, I tested positive last week. I'm asymptomatic, but I've been in quarantine, so I'm excited about being on the call right now. But I feel good, man. I'm feeling good. I'm ready to leave this COVID situation behind in 2021 and go into 2022, doing whatever it's going to do.
Man, that's what's up, man. Good to hear your voice, man. I know you said you tested positive, so appreciate you for sharing that with us, man. And thanks for being here. And just because you positive don't mean I'm gonna take it easy on you either. So,
man, do you not know that Magic Johnson is positive with HIV? And I've been dealing with that since 1991, brother. So if he can deal with somebody talking about him with all the memes and the gifts and I can deal with your little whatever you gonna go hard with me, my brother.
all right, that's good. Hot boy Leno, what's up?
What is happening, my brother?
Tell us why I call you Hot boy Leno.
Yeah, man, I'm excited for this next year.
I ain't gonna answer the question.
But what was your question?
I said, why I call you Hot boy Leno?
Oh man, because I met Manny Fresh a couple of weeks ago, and I told my my coworkers who are of another persuasion, and they were like, "Who is that?" And I was like, "You made one of the greatest songs of all time." But I ain't had my demo with me, so I couldn't slide him nothing. But I got him next time.
All right, bet. Yeah. Look, man, let's jump into this, man. Last time we did this was Thanksgiving, right? And we had people on here talking about the holiday menu, and some of y'all was on some green bean casserole, steamed veggies. Y'all was tripping last time, man. So I hope y'all on y'all best behavior tonight, man. What's the best holiday song, man? Let's start it off like that.
Well, I'll jump in since you don't care about how me and Christina doing. You just said let's jump right in. Man, the best holiday song, man. It's This Christmas by Donny Hathaway, man. Simple and plain.
How do it go? Give us a sample.
And this Christmas will be a very special Christmas for me and you, your mama and your cousin too.
All right. Christina, what's the best holiday song?
That's a good one, but another great one has been already posted in the chat. It is by The Temptations, and it is known as In My Mind in all of our lives, but it's Silent Night.
Can you give us a sample?
In my mind.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what they say, man, when it comes to Black people, we never call the movie the actual name of the movie, right? So the name of the movie is called Child's Play, but Black people call it Chucky. And we never call the song the actual song, right? So instead of it being called Silent Night, it's called In My Mind. And I am in full agreement. Leno, what's up?
I'm gonna go to y'all grandma time. The Christmas song by Nat King Cole, also adapted by the great Gregory Porter. It's a little different.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
Say that again.
Yeah. I said, is he saying chestnuts roasting on an open fire? Which one are you talking about, Jonathan? I don't know nothing about no Nat King Cole.
Yeah, that's the one. You heard it.
We was waiting for your sample. That's what,
Hold on, let me see. Nah, I'm good.
Did you really just say Nat King Cole, though, bro? Like you was up on Nat King Cole like that?
Bro, I got the vinyl in my closet.
That's a classic.
It's a classic.
Okay, so that's out of all the holiday songs, Mariah Carey, James Brown, Temptations, you done went with Nat King Cole, bro. You ain't even 40 yet.
Wouldn't be no Temptations if it weren't for Nat King Cole, bro.
OG, give me a song, man. Give me a song.
Man, all the songs have been taken. I could go with Little Drummer Boy, but you're gonna try to ask me to sing, so I'm not gonna do that. Santa Claus, coming straight to the ghetto.
That's why you my dog, man. That's why you my dog. Man, give us a sample, good bro. Now, which one? Because it's the James Brown version.
No, not the James Brown, man. That's before my time, brother. I don't even remember ever hearing that. I'm talking about, Nate Dogg and them boys from Long Beach. You know, Santa Claus coming straight to the ghetto. Straight
Dog Pound, man. By the way, side note, nobody want to see Dog Pound in the verses, so I'm just gonna leave that right there. But yes, the best holiday song is Santa Claus is coming straight to the ghetto. You're welcome, everybody.
You mean they don't want to see Outkast in the versus battle? But anyway, bye.
I said what I said, man.
All right. I said what I said.
All right, appreciate it. Go back on mute. What's the best holiday movie?
Man. Best holiday movie.
Y'all posted in the chat too.
Man, I'm gonna keep, I'm gonna keep it, I'm gonna keep it West. I'm gonna keep it next Friday. Next Friday.
So there's a next Friday and there's a Friday after next.
Whichever one was the Christmas one. Right. With Day.
They both were during. No, never mind. You're right. Friday after next.
Friday after next is definitely. So can we agree? Friday after next is definitely a Christmas movie.
Yeah, I can agree to that. I don't know if anybody else is.
I do. I subscribe to that. I saw Christina shake her head, Leno, Vince.
Samantha
I
said, yeah.
gotta say, I gotta agree with Sam. She posted Home Alone in the chat, and that's what I grew up on. But I also have to co-sign on what she said because
You
CPS was,
watched The Office.
they was supposed to been at them people's house because how you leave your child?
Man, it's a
Home
movie,
Alone.
man. See, there you go,
Nah.
overanalyzing the
Them
whole
people
movie,
supposed to
man.
be
You gonna mess up the movie.
have
That's
they
what made the movie great.
they did it multiple times too.
Right?
Anyway,
Home Alone is mine too, and the sequel was good.
Did you just say oh, okay, wait. Yeah, the sequel was good. Because there's like 5 of them now. I saw that.
Oh,
Huh?
yeah, that's true. Part 2 was good. I'll say that.
Yeah, part 2 was good in New York. Definitely.
Bad Santa. I'm just playing. Keep going.
Hey man, so y'all just going just not acknowledge The Preacher's Wife? That was a very good Christmas movie.
Hey, that was a great one. That's a great one.
That was a great Christmas movie, man.
It was.
Preacher,
It was.
the preacher's wife.
Hey, does Coming to America count as a Christmas movie?
That ain't
No.
no movie.
No.
It's during Christmas.
Nah, it's not a Christmas movie, bro.
That movie was not during Christmas, bro.
Yeah, it was the fundraiser. Remember when they had the fundraiser? That was Christmas time.
Man, that was one little part. They
Which
had
you
the Christmas
get.
party. It's not a Christmas movie.
You reaching.
I'm
Well,
with you.
the Preacher's Wife, man. Y'all sleep, man.
Nah, that's definitely one.
I got a confession, y'all. I've never seen The Preacher's Wife from beginning to
That's
end.
why. How you gonna diss it then?
Right.
I've seen it in pieces. I've seen
This-
it.
Denzel and Whitney Houston. Come on, bro.
happy birthday, Denzel. Yeah, it's on Amazon Prime, bro. Just man, hold on. Why are we talking about movies, bro? Because you posted on Facebook
Yes.
a week ago.
Talk about it.
Let's see. Okay, you haven't seen Titanic. I'm gonna forgive that one. But 300 and was it Troy? Bro, did you watch? And The Color Purple. That's what it was. Have you watched those yet? Because I'm gonna give you an extension until tomorrow at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, bro.
Bro,
Hey, cuz you don't have to watch Titanic, cuz I'm gonna give you. I'm the OG pass on that one. I ain't watched that either.
that's why you my
Man, you gotta trade in Christina's steamed vegetable card for your Color Purple not watching card.
You gotta, hey brother, you gotta watch The Color Purple, man. You gotta soak it in, man. You gotta go see that one, bro.
I done seen Color Purple 75 times from the time it started to the middle to the end. I just never sat down and watched. I never sat down and watched it straight. So, but I know all the jokes, right? All the songs, all the hog maws, right? I know I catch everything, man. Trust me. But I tried to sit down and watch it during the pandemic and I just fell asleep.
What they saying in the
11:59
chat.
p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow.
Hey, this man Vince said Harry Potter got some good films.
They do, man.
All right,
And that's a fact.
you Southern boys is different.
Hey, man, we got taste and culture, man. What you talking about?
Yeah, man. We're very diverse. And when you diverse like that, man, you watch those kind of movies, man. You know, you can actually count Star Wars movies as Christmas movies too, because they came out during Christmas.
Hold on, man. He don't that's that Ohio talking when he said that. I don't agree with that.
Hey,
But
man, hey, let me tell y'all something, man.
Roots. That's y'all like the 85 boys, man, except I don't know what freeway y'all share. But anyway, let me ask y'all this, because we've never come to an understanding of Home Alone. What did his father do for a living that allowed him to afford that fat house with all them kids and all them trips to New York and Paris during Christmas time? What job did he have? What did they do?
I don't know. He's a hustler. He's selling that yayo. Who knows?
Well, according to Steve Harvey's internet, Mr. Peter McAllister is a prominent businessman, maybe a day trader.
Maybe, possibly.
90s.
I'm gonna say like on HGTV when they doing like the house hunting and they were like, so what do you do? I'm like, oh, I'm a pencil sharpener. Right. That's what he does. I'm pretty sure.
Okay. So we're gonna leave it at we don't know because I didn't heard day trader, hustler. So he was hustling, OG. What was he moving? You know, because this
Hey,
is
we don't know. He was moving something. He had all that nice house with all them kids, and they went on a family vacation, right?
twice.
Somebody had put Best Man Holiday. You know, I love that movie too.
Yeah, Best Man Holidays is good. It made me cry. And I saw that in theaters.
Yeah, it got a player. It did get a player. I ain't gonna even front. It got a player.
Yeah. What about kids? What about kids holiday movies, man? Y'all up on any of the kid holiday movies?
Man, Charlie Brown and them.
Yeah, man.
The Grinch.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, that was my favorite, The Grinch.
Hey man, them little that little elf, man, the elf who wanted to man. I forget even the type of animation it was, but with the snowman, the abominable snowman, that I love those movies.
Yeah.
So
What's the name of that one movie, right? Where it's almost like clay animation, and then like the North Pole and the South Pole, and they brothers, but they don't like each other.
Jingle Jangle was great. Man, it's in the same vein as the one I was talking about, so I know what you're talking about, but I just can't think of the title.
Yeah. It's where man, I can't think of it, man, but they argue, and then Santa Claus got sick, and then Mrs. Claus tried to mediate, but that's one of my ones. You know, I like that. And also somebody posted in here the Christmas movie. Yeah. How y'all not up on a Christmas movie? Come on, Christina. I know you didn't seen it.
I don't even know what that is. What's that one about?
That's with the little white kid. He got the glasses. He
Yeah.
get pushed down to man. That movie was boring, man.
Shoot your eye out, kid. Y'all ain't up on that.
Nah, man, I ain't never seen that, bro.
Y'all missing out, man. That's the classic epic holiday. You know what I'm saying? He said a cuss word, right? But in the movie, they switched it up and he was like, oh fudge. That's classic, man.
Out of all the scenes in that movie, that was your one takeaway.
Yeah, but so look, let me ask y'all this, right? I know we're talking about the holidays and mainly, Christmas. Christmas and Christmas and New Year's is, back to back. What's the best gift that you ever received? And you can talk about as a child or you can talk about as an adult, but think back to what was the best gift somebody gave you, right? Whether you wrote a list and you got it, or somebody just, bless you. I see somebody put, Dr. Tracy said, Teddy Rushkin, new tires. All right, it was good, for sure. But Quiet Storm, what's the best gift you ever got?
I need you to circle back on around to me. I stopped giving Christmas gifts and getting Christmas gifts a long time ago.
That's cool. What about, as a child? Like, did you ever make a Christmas list?
Definitely did. Well, I guess when I was a little kid, my dad got me the, those little like cars that kids can get inside of. I had a little Jeep.
Ooh.
I used to ride it around the park near my neighborhood. I guess that was the best one.
As a kid,
Yeah.
a big is not a big wheel, but what they used to call those, man?
I don't even know.
Big wheel?
Nah.
But it had like a battery in it. So
you're talking about the car. You talking about the motorized battery driven car, the big one? I don't know what it's called a vehicle, man. I don't know.
But she had a Jeep out here though, like a kid flexing in a Jeep.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. Man, I wanted one of them as a kid, but I was always too big for my size, so I never could get one. King Pushback. The best gift you ever
Man, I'm kind of like Corey. 1990, I think it was 97 maybe. I got a Super Nintendo. My father made it like he couldn't find one. We opened it up that morning and had that bad Super Nintendo. That was my best childhood, best one I probably got as a teenager. My mom had got me one of them shot leather jackets. She had forgot about it. She had bought it like real early. And we was like done with Christmas. Everybody was having a good time. She's like, "Oh, I got one more gift. Hold on." So she went to the room and she brought that leather jacket out. That leather jacket's still at my mama's house, hanging up in the closet. I might bring that bad boy back out. You know, on a fly back in the day. It might still be fly.
Hey,
Oh,
yeah.
Alex, I was the first one on my block with an Xbox, man. So I definitely can relate.
Hey, so look, when Alex said that, man, I was the first one on my block with a Super Nintendo, like you just mentioned, Vince. So growing up, the biggest thing was regular Nintendo, right? So, you know, everybody in the neighborhood had a regular Nintendo, and I was the first one with a Super, man. I had people from, man, this is what I loved about growing up in the hood, man. You know everybody from every different block. Well, I can't speak for LA, man, because y'all be red and blue with half a block radius. But in Oakland, man, we was all one big hood with all these different blocks, right? So, man, I was like, if I was 10 years old, I had 12-year-olds over the house, 13-year-olds. You know, I was the man in my hood, man. And Street Fighter 2 was the game until somebody broke my controller, bro. And it was shut down. Everybody got to go. Big homie, what's up?
What's happening? Oh man, as a kid, I was thinking, it's been so long. It was either, they have these little race car tracks, you had to put together and put the little car on, and it's either that or y'all talking about these games, Atari 2600.
Wow.
So it's either that, the little race car track, or the Atari 2600. But as an adult, man,
Wait. Big homie.
what?
So
Mhm.
the question is, did you ever get whooped with the race car track though?
Nah, I didn't get. I got one whooping in my in all of my life as a child.
One?
Yeah, just one. Yeah, that's because I socked my dad in the face.
I find out hard to believe, but we're gonna take your word on that.
No, yeah, no. I just got one. I was a good kid, man. I was a good kid. I only got one whooping. My dad and my brother tried to double team me, and I socked my dad in the face. I couldn't. My little brother, I couldn't get on him, so I socked my dad in the face. Yeah, he whooped me and then told my mom to come get me.
Remember that? Remember on Coming to America when he said he met Martin Luther King? You ain't never met no Martin Luther King. You ain't socked your daddy in no face, bro.
I did. I jumped up and like, wow, got him. But the other gift, man, as an adult, man, I'm a Grinch. I don't make any apologies for it. I tell my family, don't get me anything. I'm not tripping. I'm not tripping at all. But they always get me something. And so as my girls are now adults, this Christmas they got me. I got a Laker robe and then 2 different colognes. Man, made my even in COVID, made my little Christmas, man. So that's my best gift as an adult.
Nice. Our boy.
My greatest gift is Jesus, salvation. Amen.
This guy.
I'm serious.
It was Jesus' birthday. It's not Jesus' birthday, man.
I know that. It's probably in July sometime. But anyway, when younger, I say my original Nintendo. That was pretty dope. When I was a little bit older, say teenage, I had been begging for some FUBU clothes because I wanted to be, popular and all that stuff in the Fat Albert when it was popular, and got some FUBU clothes, some jeans, and a couple of shirts, and a jersey. The real loud one with the 05 on it. That was lit.
Yeah. Hey, look. Crenshaw, and Alvin. What is it? Is it Slauson Swap Meet? Is that what y'all had on there?
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Or no, not that one. Compton Fashion Center, right?
Uh-huh.
So we got one up here called Durant Square, right? It's basically an indoor mall, but it's a hood mall. So you can go get gold teeth, jewelry, all that, right? But it was dope because you can get music before it came out. So Leno mentioned FUBU. So this was probably 8th or 9th grade, and I remember I wanted to go get some FUBU, and I picked out a shirt, and I was about to buy it, and then my partner was like, "Bro, that don't say FUBU, that say PUBU."
Remember those.
I would have been like Ern on that Atlanta episode. Remember when he went to school? Knock off FUBU. Oh, thank God for my partner, man. It was the days, man. Is FUBU coming back? I seen a ad for FUBU.
It is.
Yeah, it is.
I want some.
I want some Carl Kanai, man. Let's bring Carl Kanai back.
Yeah, Carl Kanai was dope. But I ain't gonna lie, though. FUBU was one of them ones, though. Like, that was like, remember when they had the jerseys with your city on it? Yeah, them was the ones. My boy said, bring back Carl Kanai. All right. All right, let's move to this next one. What's the best gift you ever gave?
I don't give gifts. Money to my wife to go buy the gifts. I don't know. I really don't give gifts.
Money counts, big dog.
Yeah, I just give. Yeah.
I think for me, man, this year was a sentimental Christmas. You know, my oldest is walking into his teenage years, so just kind of able to get him some things, you know, that express manhood, and so, you know, I was really thankful to be able to do that for him, just to be able to buy some things for him that, you know, my dad didn't buy for me. So, you know, just teaching him the game about, you know, smelling good and taking care of himself and stuff like that. So I got him some Prada Black cologne for Christmas, and you know, it's a prized possession. He got it on top of his little shelf. You know what I'm saying? I walked in his room. I was like, okay, you know, so it's not on the floor or in the bottom of a drawer somewhere. But to be able to give him that, and, you know, in my bathroom that smell like Axe body spray, I'm quite thankful.
Oh man, you living vicariously through him, man. You know, you about to have the boy to school macking.
I mean, he already doing that. I don't have to try too hard for that. That's a problem right now.
You just added to the problem, though, huh?
I know, right? In the back of his mind, he like, that's my boy.
In my mind.
Oh man, hi boy, Quiet Storm. What's the best gift y'all have ever given?
Man, I don't know. It's money. That's pretty boring, but it is what it is. You know what? I give people money or gift cards because I've experienced disappointment before. Like you get something you think somebody gonna like, and they open it like, oh, okay, thank you. And then you like, man, I didn't spend my money. Like, so it's either money or a gift card to somewhere I know they like, and then they can buy whatever they want. And that is thoughtful.
Facts. Money always hits.
I'm on the same line. I don't give actual gifts anymore. It's all money. So I guess large sums of money.
Nowadays we got what? Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Man, them is all blessings. Hey, big or small. So I think the best gift that I ever gave was I once bought someone a phone. And yeah. This was Metro.
Captain.
I wasn't captain on that. It's more official than that. But the big phone was, this was before social media, and this was when talking on the phone meant something. You know what I'm saying?
So
Yeah,
you have to make sure you have the direct connect, huh?
I'm just saying though, man.
So was the phone for that person or was it for you?
I can neither confirm or deny. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, this going on Al Gore's internet, so I'm gonna advise
Right.
the client.
Moving on.
You're gonna have to answer that question, sir.
It was a blessing. It was a blessing. All right, man. We getting closer to this new year, man. But before we get into that, are y'all up? Are y'all down with Christmas trees? Yes or no?
I'm a
Yeah, man.
Scrooge, man. I'm a Grinch. My wife is. It's one up. It's got blue and silver on it, but I didn't even touch it.
Ooh, cowboy colors. I like it.
Oh, there this guy go.
That's kind of a tradition here, man. We get a tree. We had this white tree, but this year the boys wanted a real one. So I usually wait till they get out of school. The boys decorated it. It looks like a 12, 7, and 4-year-old decorated it. So like it don't match. Like it's got all kinds of colors on it.
Hey Vince, you said you got a white tree, brother. What's wrong with a black tree, brother?
Hey man, you get what's on sale at Big Lots, brother. We balling on a budget.
Those are a thing now. The black trees.
You can actually, if you want a real tree, man, if you go like a week before Christmas, man, you get a half off at Home Depot just for those who want to save money. You feel me? So we don't really put a tree up until the boys get home for Christmas break.
Oh, it ain't the same though. If you gotta wait all month and then the week before, it's like I remember as a kid, like man, I wanted to go the day after Thanksgiving. It ain't the same when you got to get it a few days before. It just don't hit the same. Am I wrong?
Nah, because we leave it up till the 6th of January. So, because then he was born on the 6th, and we wanted to leave the Christmas tree up, so he came home to a tree when he was born. So I don't leave them decorations up long, man. Them things be down. If you don't bring your tree down by Martin Luther King weekend, man, what is your life about?
Yeah. All right. So last question. Go ahead, Quiet Storm.
So I grew up with a tree. We always had an artificial tree, and I actually like Christmas. It's my favorite holiday, but it's definitely changed now that I'm, living away from home. So me and my dad don't put one up, but I actually had the urge to do it this year. It's just the taking it down part that discourages me. So I didn't end up doing it, but I want to start doing it again. I really like tree decorating, and it's the nostalgia for me too. Yeah. And I think too, like since the kids are mainly growing up in our family, like we don't necessarily have a reason to really do it, but I always enjoyed it.
Yeah, you touched on something I was gonna ask. So, is anybody against artificial trees? Because I remember one year when we was kids, we had an artificial tree, and I wasn't really with it, man. I was like, this don't hit the same, man. As kids, but as an adult, I think I would be 100% with a fake tree because I remember all them years of cleaning up all them pine needles and vacuuming, and I'm like, I ain't feeling that no more.
If you want that smell, just buy some spray.
Yeah.
I'm all about artificial trees. We had a white Christmas tree too, like Vince, and I don't know, like
Christmas tree, sister.
Nothing, my brother. But I was gonna say that I don't know. I guess the thing that discouraged me is hearing about fires that get caused by the lights on real Christmas trees. So I was like, I don't want that smoke. Let's just stick to the artificial. And it's easy. You can reuse it, so it's less waste.
So you didn't want the smoke with the tree.
I got a question for this is gonna be outside of the guidelines, but go ahead and follow me with this. So as I didn't grow up in the Church of Christ, so I know a lot of older people, they kind of like the Jehovah's Witnesses when it comes to the Christmas and the Christmas trees and stuff like that. Like, anybody have that experience growing up where it was like a no, 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 because the Christmas tree is not in the Bible, or Christmas not. Anybody grew up with that?
Yeah, I grew up with it. A girl I dated in high school, her mother was on that wavelength. So, I mean, they exchanged gifts, but wasn't no Christmas trees or anything along those lines. But I guess, my mom has just kind of always been along the lines of, let kids be kids. So she never like robbed us of our childhood. And I think it may have something to do with the fact that like my mom's like big into Christmas. So, we used to decorate the outside of the house and the inside of the house. And it was like a whole little ordeal, man. So, but I did experience that, and I grew up at a um, very, very conservative church. And so there were a lot of families that felt that way, not only with Christmas, but with Halloween and a number of other holidays as well.
Mm. So I'm gonna answer this because I grew up in the church, but I didn't really grow up in the church, and I don't know how to best explain that. But I grew up going to church, but church wasn't the culture in my home. So the reason why I say that is because Christmas was like, that was the best thing as a kid. You look forward to all of that, right? I saw a meme the other day that said Christmas never came as fast when we was kids, right? Which is true. But to answer the question, bro, I'll be honest myself, man. I didn't grow up with none of that. But then when I got baptized at 17. So around 19, 20, I was like, man, I was full-blooded Church of Christ. Like banging Church of Christ. Like, man, all these other churches is going to hell. Like, man, I don't know. I was just banging, right? And then I got so holy where I was like, man, if you got a tree in your house, you in sin. If you're a Christian and you celebrating Christmas, you in sin, man. But I didn't come up under none of that. You know what I'm saying? I kind of got on that on my own, and I heard people talk about the tree in Jeremiah. I don't know man, thank God for grace and growth. You feel me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank God for grace and growth, because you know what blessed me one year? Man, Romans 14. You dig what I'm saying? And then I felt like a fool, but see, that's what growth should do. Growth should make you look back and be like, man, shut your mouth up, boss.
Facts. Yeah, I was just interested. One thing when I used to challenge Christians, and I wasn't a believer, I used to challenge them with those who celebrated Christmas with the Christmas tree, and I used to break down the whole symbolism of the stars and all that kind of stuff, everything that I put up in these books, and Christians didn't have an answer for it as to their why. But I was definitely Saul in that moment of my life. But I look back like, man, I was wild, man. I still don't celebrate Christmas, still don't, not big on the tree, but it's not because of anything that is in the word.
Yeah. Well, I've also done sermons though where I've like really done the history of Christmas, with the whole Saturnalia, right, and the whole feast, and how they would fatten people up just so they can slaughter them, and later Christmas morphed into what the Christmas we know now kind of morphed into what it is now. It wasn't the intentional design. It's really just another American, it's an American holiday that's kind of transcended the world. But I also am one of those people where I'm like, that's why I say Romans 14, man. Whatsoever is not of faith, sin. So if you're convicted with the tree or the lights or whatever, don't do it. But also don't put your convictions on others. So that's what I was doing. I was putting my convictions on others. Like, how y'all putting up these Christmas lights? And I was young and dumb, boy, but that's growth, ain't it? Like,
yes, sir.
All right, so look, with that being said, New Year's coming up, right? And we got all these traditions. What's one of your favorite New Year's traditions? And let's be honest, is it going out? You know what I'm saying? Is it the drinky drink? You know what I'm saying? With the New Year's ball drop? what's your favorite New Year's tradition, man?
Man, I'm such a boring guy, bro. Like I don't have no traditions when it comes to New Year's. When I was in the world, I did what the world did. We was gonna go out and drink and party. We was gonna go out and drink and party.
Mhm.
But I'll be at the house. I've been in Vegas and all sorts. I've done a lot of different things, and it doesn't move me. I'm just like, man, I don't want to be around all these people. This is even before COVID, I don't want to be around all these people. I'd rather just be somewhere chilling with a few of the homies, sipping and chilling. That's what, if I were to have a tradition, that would probably be a tradition I would have. But I don't have any traditions. My wife helps bring traditions to me. So like, she'll cook black eyed peas and, all that stuff on the first. So I like that. I like to eat. And so I like when she does that.
Yeah,
So I
yeah,
guess that would be my favorite.
yeah, yeah. Nice. Quiet storm.
I'm pretty similar. I don't necessarily have traditions. I remember being younger and like counting down until I was old enough to stay out and go out for New Year's. And then when it came around, I wasn't really doing that much. But I guess I would say mine is just being able to spend it with people that I value and care about, and being able to have some good food because I love to eat. And another thing that I do after the new year is I think a lot of folks, focus on resolutions for the upcoming year, but I like to really just take a moment to reflect on goals that I've accomplished and things that I'm proud of from the previous year, and just create space for me to reflect and really truly appreciate myself.
Yeah, yeah. We're gonna come back to that. Our boy.
Yeah, growing up, I remember in North Florida and South Georgia, we had like fellowship with like 5 other churches, and we would go to watch night. So rotating every year and hearing like 85 sermons in the span of 3 hours and a whole bunch of singing. So as I got older, though, to everybody else's point, I don't know. I don't really like being out on New Year's Eve just because there's a lot of drinking and driving, and I'd rather be home at the house chilling in my pajamas. I used to like to watch the New York ball drop and things like that. But yeah, other than that, man, just chill. One of the things I want to do moving forward is bring in the new year in like a new city, if possible. Maybe in going into 2023, I'll be able to do that. But see.
Can you push back?
Man, I kind of grew up like Jonathan. My mama had us at church, man. So we were at church watch night. Dallas usually has a big watch night where all the churches get together. They bring in a guest speaker. I remember for a few years in a row when I was like a teenager, it was Dr. Backus. Usually bring in some big time speaker in our brotherhood. Dr. Hayward, all kinds of people, a lot of singing groups, and some punch and fried chicken, green beans and potato salad after it's all over with. And you go home. Now it's a little bit different. I kind of like the way Genesee Avenue has did it. We haven't been able to do it the last couple of years just because of the pandemic. But play a lot of family-friendly games, have a lot of food. We had a chili cook-off. So it's just real dope to just have some family fun. I mean, obviously we don't do it till midnight because, the way North Linden is set up, you really don't want to be there after nightfall. But for the most part now, like with the kids, man, they usually be asleep by midnight, roll around. But we just be chilling, man. I remember in my younger 20s, I went out with my cousin one time, and it was people swerving, folks throwing up on the side of the highway. And I was like, yeah, man, we need to get home. So
Yeah.
that's how I roll for the new year. But if under regular circumstances, we probably be having some sort of, event at the church, man. So I'd be at the church and, have me a big pot of my chili and try to sway the parishioners to vote for their preacher.
Yeah. So man, it's a lot, man, out here that happens in New Year's. And Christina, was you out here in 2009?
No, I
Not yet.
wasn't here. I was in LA.
Yeah. I remember. I think it may have been you. So you in the Bay Area, there's a lot of things to do during New Year's. A lot of people like to go to San Francisco, and that's what Oscar Grant and his friends did. And so, that's a normal thing. And the year I didn't go was the year Oscar Grant got killed at the Fruitvale BART station in my neighborhood. And it was like I had already been kind of like, man, like, nah, I ain't really trying to go out. I'm in the house with it. I think I'm an extrovert, but I don't like big crowds. So it's a trip. But ever since Oscar Grant's situation happened, man, that kind of like sealed the cap for me with New Year's stuff, man. And I'm like, because my people had got into it at a BART station the year before, and I had just missed that. I forget where I was at. My folks had got into a fight at the West Oakland BART station, which is the stop before Fruitvale. And as I got older though, I start to be thankful for like church fellowship, because if I was a kid, the worst place I want to be is at church. Right? I don't want to be here singing songs and prayer as a kid, but man, as I got older, I'm like, I started looking forward to those church functions, those celebrations, the singing and the preaching. And now that I'm really older, I'm 38, let's have a church function that ends around 10 so I can get home, because I don't like being out that late. Oh man.
Man, you be texting me at 1 o'clock in the morning. You be up.
I'll be up, but I'm in the house, big dog.
Oh, you don't like to be out that late. Okay.
Hey, Corey said cap, so.
I hear this boy go, man. Look. Hey, I don't look, when I was a kid, man, and see, I reflect back on stuff. When I was a kid, my dad used to go outside and shoot a shotgun in the air. Y'all remember them days?
I do remember them days.
So remember, that's still happening over here.
All right. I remember them days.
Yeah.
I don't remember my dad doing it. I remember doing it.
Yeah, I was too young, man, but you still hear the shots and the fireworks and all that, man, and just it's all I say is, man, it's such a blessing to be in this space and with this fellowship with saints. Like, there's nothing like being amongst believers. And Christina touched on something, and we'll close with this, right? You made me think of something, because the last question I was going to ask was resolutions, right? Like, everybody has resolutions, New Year's Eve resolutions. Do they work? Do they not work? Why do we keep them? I like what you said about reflection. So I think that's something that I'm gonna incorporate, as opposed to trying to look forward to this new year, new me. Let me reflect on the year, right? Let me reflect on some good and some bad, because human nature, we try to forget the bad, we forget the misfortune or the unfortunate. But I think that's good. I think we should add that, and I'm not knocking resolutions either. But I definitely think we should add reflection and resolution. Those are powerful things. So the last question I'm gonna ask you guys before we open it up is we all seen a meme. What does the meme say about 2022? We want to ask who all over there first. What are you looking forward to going into 2022?
I'm looking forward to the first 6 months, because I've committed myself to, it's not a resolution or anything, just I've committed myself to myself. Certain things that I put off, and I push to the back burner to make sure that I'm doing other things that everybody else needs, or whatever. I normally, my stuff gets pushed to the back. And so I'm gonna be selfish for the first 6 months. And I'm gonna actually really do me. And what that looks like, is written down in my prayer book. But That's what I'm looking forward to. It's like taking 6 months to like, man, take care of Alvin mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, take care of me. And so I'm praying that that 6 months will catapult into some other things, but I'm committing myself 6 months to myself. I saw something on Instagram that made me want to do it. I deserve it. Why not? I deserve to take some time out just to really focus in and get some clarity for my own well-being. So I'm okay with that. So yeah, so that's what I'm looking forward to.
Yes. Being pushed back.
I am focusing on my physical health. I've made some strides over the past couple of years, but I'm really, really buckled down this year. I've all like this is the first year that I'm like not in school, not doing some sort of certification program, not doing, something that enhances my mind or, my professional portfolio. And so, I'm really working on connecting my spiritual health and my physical health. Just really becoming one with those two things. Being that example for the congregation, not only mentally and emotionally, but also spiritually and physically. So just really taking this whole training and lifting weights and exercising to a whole new level. It's just what I feel like is necessary right now, especially with the kids getting older, and shoot, me getting older, and I just don't want to be, that middle-aged man that's on a whole bunch of medicine. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Our boy.
I think that was for me. So 2022, have some goals, spiritual, financial, professional, personal. I wrote them down. I created them back in like November, and I started on them already because I wanted to start building the habit, because I think a lot of people, they wait till January 1st to do it, and then like it's not a habit, so stuff happens. So I actually started early, and I shared it with a couple of accountability partners, which also is really helpful, because they're not going to let me forget, like, you said you was going to do this. And before I made the goals, like praying about it and making sure they were aligned with God's will, before I just put stuff on paper, because we are quick to make a goal and say that God ordained it or whatever. So really like taking the time to think about it. And I have some check-ins scheduled once a month with my accountability partners to make sure I'm upholding my end of the bargain. But specifically, some of the goals I have personally, I love to travel, my wife and I. So we have some travel plans, not sure where we're going yet, but gonna go somewhere. And maybe everybody except for Alvin to get a postcard. Spiritually, continue this work, this ministry. I love it. Like it's not work for me. I love Thursday nights. Like I look forward to it every week. I know I say that a lot, but it's true. So figuring out ways that we can enhance this brand and help like serve the people and give the people what they need, what they want, what they desire. That's important to me. And to be more disciplined in my health as well, what I eat, when I eat, how much I eat, exercise that hasn't been consistent, and financially as well. I was introduced, I never had a pair of Jordans before the year 2021, and I got my first, second, third, et cetera, pair this year. So I'm fly, all day, every day, but I don't need all the pairs. But if it's one that I can resell for a very good profit, I'm gonna do that. I'm done.
Last but not least, the Quiet Storm, aka The Gift.
Yeah. So again, like I mentioned, I like to sort of think about what I'm going to do after I've done some reflection because gives me the space to realize, things that have been revealed to me that I might want to work on, as well as things that, may have been going well that I want to move towards in the new year, or, things that just come up during the reflection period. But one thing that I want to do personally is just continue to cultivate authenticity and openness. I feel like prior to the last few years, I just kind of thought that I had things figured out. I spent a lot of time with myself and I thought it was because that's what I wanted. But I've been going through this shift and just been more open and fellowshipping and asking God to take me where He wants me to be. And that's led to a lot of change, which I resisted prior. I did not like change, but um, I've shared before that now I find myself praying that God continue to like work on me and change. So I just want to be open and I want to try new things, whether that be like restaurants, activities. I went to an amusement park this year because I just had the urge to do it. Just want to cultivate more openness, trying new things, acceptance, and fun.
Yes, yes, I love it. All right, this brings us to a close. So I've been your friendly neighborhood moderator tonight, and I'll share my change, or excuse me, what I'm looking forward to most in 2022. I'm looking forward to really just continuing on this spiritual path of learning and relearning. You know, um, that's one thing that stood out to me this year is learning more about Christ and unlearning a lot of the things that I grew up on, or a lot of the ways that I have, relearning more ways to be like Christ. Spiritually, that's the top goal. Uh, also, uh, financially, man, I'm trying to get a house next year. You know what I'm saying? So that's big on my list. And my credit score is better, my savings is better. Trying to get a better job, that's a big thing. But also physically, man, I'm really like Vince said, and like you guys said, man, I really am taking health serious this year because now that I'm 38, I feel like I can't live another 38 years like this, and I ain't gonna make it. Right? It ain't a long life for a person my size that's inactive, or even if I want to serve in this kingdom, I got to be in shape. You know what I'm saying? Recently, I did a sermon and I was running out of breath, and I was like, "Dang, that ain't good." So I'm trying to get on my eating, trying to get on my exercising. And I don't know, man. I'm trying to be a life coach out here, like Life Coach Don and like Big Homie Alvin. I really wanted to be real, you know. So just I'm looking forward to y'all, man. I call y'all my fourth period, man, because when I was in high school, man, my fourth period class in high school was lit. I had all my friends in one class. We would laugh, joke, we would learn. It was just the best class ever. It was right after lunch, right? So we had that. Y'all remind me of my fourth period class. I look forward to this every week, legit. So, like Leno said, I'm hoping we can expand this and grow this. Hoping we can meet in 2022 in Houston. You did. And we're going to keep this thing going, man. I want to thank all you guys for logging in tonight, for the comments, the chat. And we're going to open it up, man. I know we go an hour, but I want to hear from y'all too. So thank y'all for this space, my participants, my panelists. Thank y'all for this, the contributions. And let's keep this thing going, God willing, in 2022. And on that note, we can stop the recording and we can open it up.